Hello, this is Kiva Ricosi, and I am back with a new video. I've had some requests lately to teach others how I use Gimp to retexture clothing. So hopefully this will be an easy step-by-step tutorial. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is actually go to the marketplace. Go to the marketplace and find an item to buy. Today we're going to use this one. Okay, it's only 5 lindens, rather cheap. And what we will get is this mini skirt right here, and it comes in TMP, E-body, Slink, Maitreya, Beliza, Altamura. So it has a lot of options for just this very inexpensive item. It's also a very easy item to retexture. And so you see here, it comes with different options. Here's our options for the bodies. This is something you always want to look at when buying. And then here is what it comes with as far as our maps. What we will need is the shadow map. We'll use the specular map and the normal map. Okay. So you'll buy that, you'll download it, and you'll open it just like any other item. And once you unpack it and you have it in your inventory, you'll see this. So here's the folder. Here's our skirt that's Venus, Slink Hourglass, Slink Physique, Altamura, E-body, Freya, Isis, Maitreya, TMP. So there's all of our skirts. So the next thing that you will need to do is make sure that you have, I assume by now you would have Gimp installed on your computer. So you want to make sure you bring that up. And then you want to go into the folder back in Second Life and open each of these textures. Okay. Wait for them to load. I don't really use the UV one, so I'm going to close that one. But you'll want to save these as PNG and save them in a folder and name them so that you can find them easily. So you'll need this specular map, the shadow map, and the normal map. And when you're using other boxes, what you might use in place of the normal map is the actual original texture that it comes with. This one doesn't come with an original texture, but usually you'd use that on the bottom. Instead, I'm going to use this on the bottom. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is take out one of these skirts. Close my inventory. We're going to bring this over here where we can see it. We're going to turn it around just so we can look at it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, now we can see it really well. Now you have to decide what texture you might want to use for this skirt. Is it a texture that you're going to have to take out of your inventory, buy in World? Are you going to get that texture from a texture site or somewhere else online? So first you're going to have to figure that out. You know, what do you want this to look like? So the next thing I like to do is pull up Gimp. I'm going to File, Open as Layers. I have probably quite the mess in here, so hopefully we can find this easily. There we go. Okay. So we're going to open the normal one. Doesn't matter to me what order you open these in. Just open all three of them. Specular, SM, shadow map, and normal map. Then we are going to order them shadow map, specular map. No, let's do this the other way around. Shadow map, normal map, specular map. Okay, click on normal map, go to the top, go to layer, new layer. Okay, click on shadow map, go to layer, go to transparency, add alpha channel, colors, color to alpha. Yeah, I don't know whether to, which one of these I would like to use better. I think I'm going to put the normal map on the bottom. You could even just omit it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't seem to add much actually. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so now you have your specular map, a layer, your shadow map. Normally at the bottom you would have your texture, your old original texture to work off of. But we don't have one of those. So it's winter right now while I'm making this. So I want to use a winter theme to make this skirt. So first of all, make sure you're clicked on layer, then go to file, then to open, and then you're going to want to go to where you have your textures saved. So let's go to Christmas. I can just look through a few of these pictures and see what I have. Let's use this one. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have to do, actually I don't want to use, oh, this one's not too bad. Okay, we'll just use it for the sake of using it. First thing we're going to have to do is resize it a bit and see if this can be tiled. It may or may not be a seamless texture. It would be better if you use a seamless texture. Yeah, see, this is not a seamless texture. So let's go back and maybe find a different one. I have some nice ones down here. So let's use this one. I know this is a seamless texture. So you right click on the texture, filters, map, all the way to the bottom, tile. Here in the box, you're going to type 2048, and you're going to hit tab, and then OK. Then you're going to go to image, scale image, in the box type 1024, tab, scale. And you're going to do this again. 2048, OK. Image, scale. 1024, scale. And then we're going to bring it back up, I think one more time. 2048. Okay. This looks pretty good. Sorry, it might look weird because we started with this and ended up here. But what you want to do is shrink down this pattern so that it will fit appropriately on your item. So now we're going to come over here. We're going to right click, edit, copy. Come over here, make sure you're on layer, right click, edit, paste. Voila. Okay. Here is our sort of beginning prototype. I'm going to add another layer. Well, first, before we do this, let's go ahead and save it. So this way you can get an idea of what this looks like. So we're going to File, Save. I'm going to call it Red Snowflake Mini. I'm going to save it in the folder where I want to find it. And then we're going to export it. So go to File, Export, Export, Export. Okay, so let's minimize this, come back in World. Then you always want to try out your textures before you actually download them, since you have to pay to download them. So right click, hit Edit, Texture, click in the texture box, Local, Add, then you go to your folder where you keep things like that. Don't ask me why I keep them in a Blender folder. One day they will be from Blender, I guess. That's okay. Okay, so now you find what you saved, and we saved it as Red Snowflake something. Red Snowflake mini skirt. Here we go. Open. Okay, here's your texture. Click on that and click OK. Now X out of build, and here we go. We can see our design. Let's actually go back into Edit and make it full bright. You can see it a little better. So now you can see we have a skirt, the beginning of a skirt. This is very plain, very basic. So you want to add some details. So that'll be our next step. So you go back to Gimp, come over to the side on Layer, right click, New Layer, OK. Go back down to your original layer. Get the Square Select tool, box around these separate strips, edit, cut. Okay. Then get your eyedropper and click in the red so that you get a good sample of the red. Then get your bucket fill tool and click inside where we just took that out. Then we're going to do this one. Box it, right click, edit, cut, bucket fill. There we go. Then to see an update, we're going to hit export. It's going to export it. And now our skirt has a belt. Okay. Still cute. Excuse me. Still kind of basic. Still kind of basic. Now you can add some other things to this too. So let's go back. Oh, these were actually supposed to be in this extra layer. That's okay. So on our extra layer, we're going to add some new things. I always like to go up here and close these, get them out of my way, kind of unclutter. Okay, so let's go back to open. What I want to add is a little something over top. I believe maybe it's in the Christmas file. Let's go look. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, here we go. So let's add some fun things. So I have these Merry Gothmas textures. So we have red. I love those red ones, but I don't think that you'll see them on the background. So let's use these blue ones just to see what this will look like. I'm going to hit open. Come up here. So this is an alpha texture. It has no background behind it. So the next thing you want to do is figure out what you want to copy. I'm going to take this one, box around it with the square select tool, right click, edit, copy. I'm going to come over here, my blank layer, going to square select, edit, paste into selection. Then we're going to right click where it says floating and anchor layer. Now let's export this again. Okay, so it actually ended up over here on the side. Sometimes it's hard to tell where things will land when you're putting them on there. So we can fix this easily. Just do edit, undo, edit, undo, edit, undo. Bring it closer in, edit, paste into selection, anchor, export. There. Now it's moved in. So now you see our skirt has some more detail to it, something a little more unique. So this is just basically how you would texture clothing. I would like to add something else to this. I actually want to change these straps to a different color. I think that they would look better black. So it can change our color, make it black, bucket fill. Might be able to just, yep, okay, bucket fill. And then export. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so yeah, I actually like this better with the black contrast. So there's our cute little winter snowflake skirt. So we're going to come back up here. We're going to hit save. We're happy with our design. Come back to the world, click build. We're going to upload our image. I'm going to find it in here. There it is. Open. We're going to upload and pay our 10L. It's going to come up in our inventory. We're going to right click, edit, This is just to make sure that everything is in place. Drag and drop, it will reload. And there you have your texture. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is rebrand your item so that it's yours. You're going to right click, you're going to hit create, you're going to use a sphere. You're going to make that sphere, you're going to stretch the sphere down. Okay, you're going to come back to your skirt and you're going to decide what you're going to name this. So this is my red snowflake mini skirt. Okay, if I'm going to give it away, or if I'm going to sell it, I want to take off the modify, I want to take off the transfer, just leave copy. Okay, we're going to copy this name, close out of that. Click on the ball, hit edit, paste that name here, change the permissions to copy. We're going to right click the skirt again, hit edit, press down Control on your keyboard, and right click the ball. While holding down Control, hit L. This will link the pieces together. Then you want to hit Edit Linked Pieces, click on the ball. Now you want to put the ball in the skirt. Which is a little more difficult than it often seems. For me at least. Okay, so the ball is now in the skirt. We can actually stretch this ball down a little bit further, make it less obtrusive. Okay. Next thing we do is, while we're clicked on the ball and edit linked, go to texture. Click on the texture box, transparent. Okay, so now when you click on your skirt, it will show you as the creator, your permissions are updated, and the name is updated as well. So now you would be ready to box this and sell it. So this is the easiest tutorial that I could think of. I hope that this helps you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in World. I'd be happy to walk you through any of it. And hopefully in the future we can do a group class where everybody does this. So thank you again for tuning in and have a great day.